Have you ever asked yourself, how can you take your business to the next level? Well, girl, we're going to get to the bottom of that in today's video. We will see you inside. Hi there, my name is Ingafay, and I'm a confidence coach for direct sellers. And in today's video, we're going to talk about 4 guiding principles that will help you get your direct sales success that you desire to be that top earner that I'm sure that you're wanting to be. So the first thing we'll talk about, are you using your GPS? And you may be thinking, am I using my GPS? Well, we're going to give you a little bit more information on that. Second, then we're going to talk about how to know the difference between the critical and the trivial. This is a very important step. Third, we're going to talk about how to get the most out of the 24 hours that everybody is given each day. And last but definitely not least, we're going to talk about how to keep it fun. Let's do this, shall we? So now let's talk about how we can use our GPS. And I'm sure when you saw that, you were thinking, what is she talking about? Using your GPS. We're not driving. We're not using our cell phone. We're not using a navigation system. But in actuality, girlfriend, we are. And our GPS, our navigation system, is our goal. So we got to first know what is our goal. We got to know where we're going. It's kind of similar to driving. When we put in that location, no matter how many turns we make, even if we don't do exactly what it tells us to do, it starts to recalculate, right? And that comes the same thing to our goals. If we have a monetary goal we're reaching, or even a rank that we want to level up to, we got to know what that rank or that sales goal is. So our GPS will get us there. And I'm sure you're thinking, our GPS, our GPS, our plan, we're going to come up with a plan. And just like when we drive and we make some wrong turns or we decide to do things a different way, we'll just have to recalculate as we go. We'll tweak the plan as we go, but we'll keep that ultimate location or goal or rank in mind for us to get where we're going. What does the Bible say? If there's no vision, the people perish. So we got to make sure that we know where we're going so we'll know how to get there. So before we go into how to determine the difference between the critical and the trivial, I wanted to remind you guys to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We upload a video every Thursday for your viewing pleasure, and we don't want you to miss a beat. So be sure to subscribe. So now we're going to talk about how to know the difference between critical and trivial. Well, when I thought about this, I'm just thinking about all of the different distractions that we have, or people trying to get our attention on an ongoing basis. If I remember correctly, my mentor said that there are about 30,000 different ways that people are trying to gain your attention. So with all of that coming on at us at all times, no wonder when something comes up, our phone buzzes, we get a notification about a text message or a social media post, or even a cha-ching saying we got some money in our Cash App or Venmo account, we are distracted. But we still have all of this stuff coming in at us at all times. So as business owners, we're trying to figure out a way, how can we stand out? How can we rise above the distractions that so many people are seeing all the time, every day, every moment? So the thing that I like to do, and I really think that we should do to gain our folks' attention, is to add limits to whatever we're doing. So you may be thinking, add limits. Girl, we got to create FOMO. And how do we create FOMO? First and foremost, we have a deadline. You see flash sales. Oh, we got a 12-hour flash sale. We got a 24-hour flash sale all the time, because they want us to act now. They want to have us to have a sense of urgency to do the things that we're asking them to do. Because if people think they got all day to do stuff, or there's no deadline, there's no sense of urgency. So in an effort to create that sense of urgency, we have to add limits. And one of the limits is time. And I'm sure you guys have seen that many times. Another way to add a sense of urgency is quantity, limited quantities, limited supplies. I guess you all have seen that around all the time, because that's what retailers do. That's what people in business do. We want our folks to act. And we don't want them to think they got plenty time to do it. We create this element of urgency by creating this FOMO, like, oh my gosh, girlfriend, you're going to miss out if you don't get it now. Don't delay, get it today kind of thing. And because of that, people will say, oh my gosh, I want that. Yeah, I want that. That's on sale. And I know she doesn't have many, so I'm going to get that today. That is what's going to cause people to do the things that we want to do today. Now, no delay in the action that they're going to take because they don't want to miss out. That FOMO is helping us out. Another way to add limits is making it rare opportunity. I know when I was moving up in leadership in my business and I had some team members that I was helping me build my team and move up into the top 2% of the company. One of the things that I made them aware of is that they were part of the founding members of our official sales organization, where we were going from under my current upline and be our own entity by ourselves. So I made it a point to share with them that they were a founding member of our new organization. So many people were in days glazed and amazed by that. And they wanted to do everything they could to help us be this one entity by ourselves. People love to be a part of something big and positive. So if you can let people know that this is a rare opportunity or record-breaking type of event that they're going to be a part of and be able to break the ground with you, they're going to be more apt to want to do that. I know one of the organizations that I'm affiliated with, we're having a speed networking event that we're involved in and that we're working to beat the Guinness World Record. Well, I am telling everybody that I know about, hey, if you want to be a part of this speed networking event, we're going to beat the Guinness World Record. We want you to be involved. So if you want to take advantage of that, be sure to click this link and find out more information about it. These rare opportunities, people want to be a part of a big event like that. So think of ways that you can create limits and do some kind of rare opportunity for folks that they are going to be dazed, glazed, and amazed and want to be a part of it in the end. Now, I want to make sure that I share this with you, that you're going to be doing this for good. All of this is for good. Nothing, unethical about what I'm suggesting that you do. I don't want you to do things bad. I want you to do things that are good. So we're in business. Remember that you attract what you are. So if you start having that negative energy, then that's not going to go well with your business. So I do want to say that keep it positive, keep it good. All things will work out the way they should if you do it that way. But if you start that negativity, that's a whole nother lane that I don't even want to go down. I have you to go down too. So in the comments below, I would love to know if you've done any kind of thing, what other things you've done to create sense of urgency. I've given you 3 things that I've done in the past to create that sense of urgency. What have you done? Or are they the same things that I just mentioned? Comment below and let us know. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is how to get the most out of the 24 hours that everybody is given. Do you know somebody that just seems like they just get so much more done than you? And you're trying to figure out how in the world did they get all of that done? It's by collapsing time. So this is the third principle, collapsing the time frame, just doing things in a shorter amount of time. Some things that I have noticed that I've been doing on a regular is I do training for personal development every morning. It's typically about 30 minutes. And this training I wanted to do was close to an hour. So I was trying to figure out how in the world am I going to get all of this in 30 minutes? I could do 30 minutes today and 30 minutes tomorrow. I could do it that way. Or I could speed up the recording that I was listening to, do it 2x and still get it within the 30-minute period that I have allotted for the training. So that was thinking outside the box on how I can collapse time. And just think about that in your business. Now I'm able to get the information that much quicker. Instead of taking 2 days, it took me 1 day. So now I have 1 day that I was actually able to apply it and see the results from a quicker point of view, more so than waiting 2 days. So think about those things. Another thing that I remember one of my mentors telling me is we're often talking about doing one-on-ones. And typically that's just one person to one person. Why not, instead of just doing one on one, why don't you do one to many? Maybe two people at the same time, or maybe three people at the same time, especially if you're going over the same information and you're sharing the same information. Why do it more than once? You could just do it once and kill three birds with one stone, more so than doing it individually and saving that time to do something else. Another thing that I would recommend is delegating some of the work out. The work that you could delegate out that you don't necessarily like to do, or is kind of a lower, it's not really an income producing activity that's going to generate you income today. So things like social media, maybe even email copy, having somebody write that out for you. I call these your arts and crafts of your business. Granted, you need it to market yourself and your business, but it's more of a long-term effect than it is a short-term effect. So maybe giving some of those long-term activities that have a longer ROI than something that you could do yourself right now that would generate you income today. These are all different things that you can do to collapse the time frame, just to make your business go smoother and then be able to get more done in the same 24 hours than somebody that has to do it all by themselves. So before I go on to the fourth principle, I wanted to, again, remind you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We would love for you to subscribe to the uploaded video every Thursday. So the last guiding principle that we're going to talk about today is to make sure that you have fun. This business that we're building, I know a lot of times we're always working to reach this goal that's up here and we're down here. But when you are doing these things that I'm recommending that you're doing, you're going to have those small wins over time. And those small wins, I know personally for me, has been what's kept me motivated and allowed me to really see the progress I made and have fun while I was doing it. So the four guiding principles, again, that I wanted to reiterate with you today is make sure that you have a clear goal, girlfriend. You know exactly where you're headed. Secondly, you want to create a sense of urgency so people can act now and not tomorrow or delay the action. Third, you want to collapse as much time as possible so you can get as much as you can get done in 24-hour period. You can delegate things out, speed things up. Instead of doing one-on-ones, do more group kind of interactions. And that definitely, last but definitely not least, is have fun. Now, I wanted to make sure that you know this is not principles that I actually came up with. I got these principles from one of my mentors, Edwin DeBeardy. He is the Chief Happiness Officer at the Happy Neighborhood Project. So again, if you're looking for some networking events, free networking events, I would highly, highly recommend that you click the link in the description below on how you can get access to that. So you can get more leads, have more interactions, network, because we all know that our net worth is all about our networking, and make sure that you really rise up to that top earner level like you desire. So as always, thanks for watching, girlfriend, and bye for now.